Oh man, it is 5:32 p.m. on March 4th, 2025. I haven't even had a chance to ice my wrists, especially the more importantly my left wrist, which is like feeling numb and tingling sensation because it's sprained pretty badly, but I gotta go ice it now, and so I'm just making this quick update of what I've been up to. And I'm not even for the first time, I'm not even gonna watch this footage. I'm just gonna film it, put the end card of the video number and date, and then upload it. I'm not even gonna watch it because I'm not even gonna put the pet montage at the end because I I don't even have the energy to make a proper video. So this is just just a quick update. Um, my mom is away to Korea and my dad is here instead. So that's a change. And yesterday I got my second session for tattoo removal. I'll show you. It's really raw and painful because it's the laser removal session. It doesn't look bad. Hopefully it doesn't blister. Last time it didn't blister. As you can see, even just from the first session, it got quite a bit lighter. So hopefully the second session, especially the outline, hopefully starts to disappear as well. We'll see the outline is still very visible and clear. So that is raw and painful. Apparently with laser removal, there's heat trapped inside. So you don't want to work out. You don't want to heat up your body because that'll exacerbate the problem. It could cause some problems in the area. So I'm I can't even work out with my wrist like this. The sprain's bad, and because I'm overusing my hand way more than my left hand, now the right one's starting to hurt more. Um, I booked my flights to Las Vegas going in May with my friend. That should be fun for just 2 or 3 nights, 3 nights, 3 nights, and then 3 nights, 4 days. We booked a David Copperfield, a magician show, so that should be fun. We have pretty good seats, so hopefully I think a magic show would be a hell of a lot of fun. So I'm expecting to be wowed as usual, and as in any magic show, right? So looking forward to that. Um, okay, today, I mean it's what 5:35 now, and what have I been doing all day if I didn't even waste my time watching any YouTube, right? The only time I'm listening to YouTube is just listening to Japanese podcast of a guy talking quietly, because I'm trying to get as much input as possible, just trying to listen as much as possible. And I pick up a few words because I know a bit of Japanese, so I notice, he's saying this in this sentence and this that and that. He's saying like, oh, English podcast, Japanese podcast that I listen to. He said he listens to, I forget the podcast name, but How Things Work or something like that. Um, anyways, so I pick up on some Japanese words and what he's saying, but overall, I'm not entirely sure what he's saying sentence to sentence, but just listening to that while I'm eating or driving. And I'm going to make a version of that myself in English. Because I realized some people like myself would like to just listen to an hour plus long talk quietly in Japanese. Maybe I can make an hour plus long talk in English and just title it 1 hour English listening, just like he titled his 1 hour Japanese listening. So I have that planned, and if I am going to talk for over an hour, I guess the easiest way to talk for over an hour is just to talk about my life and memories from my childhood and how I grew up and experiences that I've had, and just sharing my past life experience. So I'll talk about that for an hour and some of my language learning journey in that podcast episode. So I'm gonna make that. Definitely don't have the energy to do it today. So today, I have my calendar where I wrote down everything I do all day, right? And there's the only yellow, yellow is considered a time waster, which was I checked email because it was building up a bit, so I went through it. But that's not even a huge time waster. It's not like I was on social media scrolling or anything or watching YouTube. So I just got ready, tended to Mochi the dog and Tigger the cat and Muffin the kitten, and then that took a while. Brushed them all, fed them all, had breakfast, made curry. I filmed it, but I'm not gonna show footage because I don't even want to import the footage from my phone and splice it in at the end or now. Or I'm just gonna do it in a future video, show my creation. So I made curry for me and my dad, Japanese curry, and it turned out well. It turned out very well. So happy about that. And then just picking up, I mean, not picking up, well, yeah, I picked up my dad from my sister's place, and then did the dishes, and then washed the bed sheets, put the bed with the washed bed sheets, and then a friend called for like 40 minutes, and we talked about what we're gonna get for our friend who just got permanent residence in Canada, and we're gonna celebrate. So we wanted to give him a present. So we were talking about what to get him. And then I put all of Mochi's chickens, which I deboned yesterday for an hour, and put them in separate containers with the broths, combining the broth and the chicken. And then I fed all the pets again, and now it's 5:39 p.m. as I sit here recording this. That's all I did all day. It was just tending to cooking and cleaning and the pets and a 40-minute phone call, and that's it. I spent 0 minutes watching TV or YouTube or scrolling on social media. It's just I gotta rest my wrist now because I've been using them all day. I gotta ice it. I saw the doctor yesterday for my wrist. I gotta ice it at least 20 minutes twice a day, probably more. So I'm gonna I'm gonna rest my wrists. I'm not gonna even edit. I'm just gonna post this and rest my wrists, and then I'm going over to see my girlfriend for a couple hours after I post this, since it is about time she's done and from work. And so the full day of just chores and cooking and tending to the pets. That was the whole day. Oh my gosh, I'll get to my wrist now. Okay, no pet montage at the end because I don't even want to splice that in. I'm just gonna end the video. 1% better every day, baby.